As dawn breaks over the eastern front, a Panther tank emerges from the tree line, its angular silhouette cutting through the smoky haze. This steel predator stands as a testament to German engineering, a machine born from the need to reclaim lost ground. German crews, young men with determined faces, scramble atop the tank, their uniforms stained with dirt and sweat. They know they are operating a vehicle that could change the tide of battle, a marvel of design and ambition. The Panther's armor glints in the early light, a blend of beauty and lethal capability. Soldiers on the ground pause, captivated by this engineering feat, their eyes reflecting a mix of awe and trepidation at its complexity. This tank represents Germany's desperate hope to regain momentum on the battlefield. As the war drags on, the stakes grow higher, and the Panther embodies both ambition and the weight of expectation. Yet, as the engine hums to life, a sense of foreboding fills the air. Will this mechanical marvel fulfill its promise, or will it become another casualty of a faltering war effort? The battlefield ahead is fraught with danger. The Panther's power is undeniable, but it is also a reminder of the desperation that birthed it. Can this predator truly hunt in a landscape of chaos? As the Panther moves deeper into enemy territory, the question looms large. Will it emerge as a symbol of hope, or will it falter under the weight of its own design? The answer hangs in the balance. In the summer of 1941, German forces first encountered the Soviet T-34. Its sloped armor and swift maneuverability left seasoned tank commanders in disbelief, prompting urgent reports back to Berlin about this formidable adversary. The shock of the T-34's capabilities ignited panic within the German high command. Engineers in Berlin received orders to develop a new tank that could reclaim battlefield dominance, driven by urgency rather than meticulous planning. Two competing companies began to sketch radically new designs, fueled by the T-34's performance. This frantic race for innovation marked a departure from traditional German tank doctrine, as the need for speed eclipsed the pursuit of perfection. Political pressure mounted as the Wehrmacht demanded a tank capable of restoring its superiority on the Eastern Front. The urgency of the situation transformed the design process into a chaotic scramble for solutions. The resulting concept, which would evolve into the Panther, aimed to merge the practicality of Soviet design with the precision of German engineering. This synthesis was born from the ashes of desperation and a fierce desire to adapt. Yet, this rapid development came with a cost. The Panther's design required meticulous craftsmanship, which clashed with the urgent demands of wartime production, leading to a tension between innovation and practicality. As the Panther's design neared completion, the looming specter of the T-34 served as a constant reminder of the stakes involved. The race was on, not just for a new tank, but for the very survival of the Wehrmacht. The Panther's design showcased a remarkable blend of firepower and protection. Its high-velocity KDA-42 gun, mounted prominently, was engineered to pierce the toughest Allied armor from impressive distances, redefining the tank's role on the battlefield. The sloped 80mm frontal armor, a hallmark of its design, provided unparalleled defense. This innovative geometry allowed the Panther to deflect incoming shells, making it a formidable adversary that could withstand the fiercest assaults from enemy forces. Equipped with advanced torsion bar suspension, the Panther glided over rugged terrain with surprising agility. This engineering marvel enabled it to maintain stability while navigating the harsh landscapes of the Eastern Front, enhancing its battlefield mobility. Under the turret, German optical technology shone brightly. The Panther's targeting systems allowed for precise long-range engagement, giving crews a crucial advantage in identifying and neutralizing threats before they could respond. Yet this engineering excellence came at a cost. Each component required meticulous craftsmanship and exact alignment, a luxury that wartime pressures made increasingly difficult to maintain, leading to production delays and quality concerns. The Panther was a testament to German ingenuity, merging power and design in a way that had never been seen before. However, as the war progressed, the demand for speed and efficiency would challenge the very essence of its creation. On the open plains of Eastern Europe, the Panther tank emerged as a formidable predator. Its long barrel unleashed a barrage of firepower, striking fear into the hearts of Allied forces. Crews, often young men with weary faces and dirt-streaked uniforms, praised its accuracy, as enemy tanks crumpled under its assault. The Panther's sloped armor gleamed under the midday sun, a testament to German engineering that promised battlefield dominance. Yet beneath its imposing exterior lay a troubling fragility. The Panther's final drives and transmissions often faltered under the strain of combat, leaving crews stranded far from the action. As the sun dipped low, casting long shadows, mechanics scrambled to keep the tanks operational, their hands stained with grease and frustration. Each breakdown was a reminder of the machine's paradox, a hunter that could easily become prey. In close engagements, the Panther's thin side armor proved a critical vulnerability. Ambushes by Soviet forces often led to devastating losses, as enemy fire found the weak points. Crews, now battle-hardened but weary, learned to navigate the dangers of the battlefield with caution. The thrill of range was overshadowed by the constant threat of close-quarters combat, where the hunter could easily become the hunted. Fuel consumption became another burden for the Panther's crews. As supply lines dwindled, the once-feared machine struggled to maintain its presence on the battlefield. Soldiers, their faces lined with fatigue, rationed fuel carefully, knowing that each drop was a lifeline. The roar of the Panther's engine was now often muted, a stark contrast to its earlier dominance, as it became increasingly reliant on dwindling resources. Maintenance crews faced relentless challenges, often resorting to cannibalizing damaged Panthers to keep others operational. As they scavenged parts, the struggle for survival on the battlefield became evident. The camaraderie among the men grew stronger, forged in the fires of adversity. Each repaired tank was a testament to their ingenuity, but also a reminder of the limitations imposed by a crumbling war effort. The Panther's dual nature as a predator and prey defined its role in the conflict. While it excelled at long-range engagements, its mechanical flaws and vulnerabilities left it exposed. As the war progressed, the tension between its strengths and weaknesses became more pronounced. The battlefield was a constant reminder that even the most advanced machines were not immune to the chaos of war, leaving the fate of the Panther uncertain. As dawn broke over Kursk, the air was thick with anticipation and tension. Hundreds of Panthers, their angular forms glistening in the early light, rolled forward, a testament to German engineering. Yet, even before the battle commenced, the rumble of mechanical failure echoed through the ranks. Crews, young and anxious, prepared for the fight, unaware that many of their machines would falter before they even reached the front lines. The Panther's formidable presence was felt as it engaged Soviet positions. Its long 75mm gun roared, sending shells tearing through enemy armor with frightening precision. Yet, amidst the chaos, mechanical failures began to emerge. Tanks that had once symbolized hope now lay crippled on the battlefield, their crews struggling to understand the irony of their situation. The hunter was becoming prey, caught in a web of its own design. As the battle raged, minefields claimed their toll on the advancing Panthers. The dense Soviet defenses, fortified and unyielding, turned the once promising offensive into a desperate struggle. Commanders, their faces lined with worry, found their elite force dwindling, operating at barely half strength. Each lost tank represented not just a machine, but the fading hope of a decisive victory. Despite the setbacks, those Panthers that remained operational showcased their lethal capabilities. Their sloped armor deflected incoming fire, while their crews, adrenaline pumping, engaged in fierce firefights. The sound of shells whistling through the air and the thunderous explosions of combat filled the landscape. Yet the juxtaposition of power and vulnerability was stark. Each victory came with the knowledge that many of their comrades were stranded, unable to join the fray. As the dust settled on the battlefield of Kursk, the dual nature of the Panther was laid bare. It was a machine of beauty and power, yet its reliability issues had transformed it into a symbol of missed potential. Crews, exhausted and disheartened, faced the reality that their once promising weapon had stumbled at a critical moment. The battle was far from over, but the initial promise of the Panther was already under siege. In the aftermath of the initial clashes, the Panther's reputation hung in the balance. Engineers and commanders began to realize that the path ahead would require not just courage, but innovation. As the war continued to unfold, the lessons learned at Kursk would shape the future of this formidable machine. The Panther's baptism of fire had revealed both its strengths and its vulnerabilities, setting the stage for its evolution in the coming months. In the wake of Kursk, German engineers faced an urgent challenge: to refine the Panther's design while preserving its battlefield advantages. The Panther Ausf A emerged, featuring improved vision ports and strengthened armor, a response to the chaos of war. As the Panther evolved, the G model was introduced, showcasing a refined hull shape that simplified manufacturing and improved durability. This adaptation aimed to sustain the tank's reputation amid the relentless pressures of war. Field workshops became hubs of innovation, where crews shared lessons learned from combat. Improvised fixes, such as armored skirts and ventilation changes, emerged as vital adaptations to enhance the Panther's survivability on the front lines. Despite the rapid evolution of the Panther, Germany's industrial instability hampered uniform upgrades across units. Variants emerged unevenly, mixing experimental fixes with battlefield improvisation, reflecting the chaos of a collapsing war effort. The Panther's evolution was a race against time, driven by the urgent need for reliability. Yet, as the war dragged on, the complexity of its design became a burden, challenging the crews tasked with maintaining these formidable machines. As the Panther continued to evolve, its legacy was shaped by the relentless demands of warfare. Each improvement, born from chaos, was a testament to German ingenuity, but also a reminder of the limitations imposed by a faltering Reich. By 1944, the Panther tank, though hailed as a pinnacle of engineering, faced a grim reality. Germany's dwindling resources and relentless Allied advances rendered its complexity a liability, as fuel shortages crippled operations across the Eastern Front. As the war dragged on, crews became increasingly undertrained, struggling to maintain their machines. Spare parts were scarce, and many Panthers languished, abandoned due to mechanical failures rather than enemy fire, their potential wasted. Replacement projects like the Panther II and E-Series promised a simpler design, yet none reached production. Engineers were caught in a race against time, their innovations stifled by a collapsing industrial base and relentless enemy pressure. Even repaired Panthers struggled to operate at full capacity. Rushed manufacturing led to critical flaws, and as the fronts closed in, the once feared Hunter became a burden, outmatched by the demands of a failing war effort. The Panther's brilliance was overshadowed by the chaos of retreat. As the Wehrmacht pulled back, tanks that had once symbolized hope became symbols of despair, their mechanical failures echoing the crumbling Reich around them. As the war continued to spiral, the Panther's legacy became uncertain. What had been a marvel of engineering was now a reflection of the Reich's desperation, caught between innovation and the harsh realities of war. In the aftermath of World War II, captured Panthers became subjects of fascination for Allied engineers. They meticulously examined the tank's sloped armor and advanced suspension, eager to unlock the secrets of its formidable design. Military historians continue to debate the Panther's legacy, weighing its engineering brilliance against its notorious complexities. Some argue it was the best tank of the war, while others deem it over-engineered and impractical. Despite its advanced features, few nations adopted the Panther in the post-war era, hindered by its high-maintenance demands. Its legacy became a cautionary tale about the perils of innovation without industrial support. Today, museum Panthers stand as testaments to both engineering excellence and the limits of ambition. Enthusiasts admire their sleek silhouettes, pondering the potential of what might have been had circumstances been different. The Panther's story serves as a reminder that technological superiority cannot compensate for strategic failure. Its legacy is one of ingenuity constrained by the harsh realities of war and production limitations. Ultimately, the Panther endures not just as a machine, but as a symbol of beauty, power, and the tragic consequences of ambition. It remains a poignant reflection on the complexities of warfare and innovation.